Hi, it's Cara. I feel like this tripod's on a huge lean and it's about to fall over. Hi, it's Cara. I have rushed home from work once again to film a video for you, and today we are doing my February book haul. So I did go a little bit overboard with books this month, only because I discovered a new secondhand bookstore in my area and they had a buy more than 5 books, get everything half price offer on already secondhand really cheap books. So got quite a few little things there, and then otherwise I was mostly restrained. But let's get going. I'm going to start with these 2 bookmarks. I'll try and, I don't know what you can see because I don't have a viewfinder, but these are them. So there's this like Red Riding Hood bear kind of one, and by Adolly Day is the artist, I believe. And this one is by Loran Quentrick, something like that. Can't read the font very well. This one's a Princess and the Pea. These are gorgeous. I've been using them all the time and I think they're great. They were like $1 each. Gorgeous, they're quite good quality, kind of papery, almost colouring on this side, and then obviously shiny on the front. And I'm very happy with them. I got these from the secondhand bookstore. Carrying on with books I picked up at the secondhand bookstore, I have A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. I've been wanting to get this for ages. In fact, it was on my soon to buy list, and I was going to buy it new. And then I saw it in the newest condition I've ever seen at the secondhand bookstore. I think it had a slight little corner bend or something. Yeah, it's like maybe red once. It's got a little bit of a bent spine, which you can't even see. It's great. This is a fantasy, fictional memoir following dragons, and I'm so keen. This is like a 7-book series, and it's fascinated me since the first time I heard about it, and I can't wait to read it. Then from there, I picked up Aetherion, The House of Power. It's an I, yes? Or is it Aetherion? I think it's Aetherion. That makes more sense. The House of Power by Patrick Carman. I have read one Patrick Carman book before when I was much younger. These are middle grade fantasy. This one comes with a CD. I don't know if it would still work, seeing as it's probably been in this packet for years and years and years, but who knows. And this would be a middle grade mystery fantasy. And that's about all I know about it. It does have this double layered dust jacket, which I love. It's like hard layer dust jacket. And it has decorated edges, and I'm a fan of decorated edges. And I basically bought it because I've read Patrick Carman before and really enjoyed it. I do want to finish the series that I own the first one of and have read ages ago. But why not pick up this one? Why not? Then I picked up a copy of A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I mainly picked this up because I know it won the Man Booker Prize, and I've heard it's great, and it's been kind of on my radar since it won the Man Booker Prize, but I was never that much in the mood for it to buy it, but then I saw it for $5, so it was coming home with me, and so I got it. I don't really know what this is about other than that it's literary fiction, and I believe it follows a group of people through their lives. Other than that, I don't know much. It's a chunker, and we'll see when I eventually get to it. Then the final thing I was incredibly happy to find at the secondhand bookstore was the entire Percy Jackson series, each of these for $2.50 each. I was so excited. I'd literally just been talking with Jessie the day beforehand about how we should buy this series. We were going to buy the box set because we'd just watched the movie on Netflix. And then I found it, these are not in correct order, at the whole series at the secondhand bookstore. So we have, in decently good condition, I would only call them fine condition, but they're fine. So we have Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth, and Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian. Okay, now onto the books that I bought at full price. So first off, I picked up Down Among the Sticks and Bones and Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna Maguire. I've already read and loved these. This is book 2 and 3 of the Where Were Children series, and I already have a review up on this channel. These are portal fantasy, looking at this school where kids who have gone through doors into other worlds and have come back go to attempt to find their doors again or reintegrate, and they're great. Love them. Then I picked up Equal Rights and Feet of Clay by Terry Pratchett in the Discord Library Collector's Editions. This is book 3 and like 18, 19, I can never remember the order of what number I'm up to in these later ones. This little one follows, it's little compared to Feet of Clay, follows Esme, is it? No, what's the girl's name? Esk, who is the young witch girl who is very feminist, and it's great. I've read this before a long while ago, but I've never owned it, so now I own it to go with my collection. And I am up to Feet of Clay, which is a City Watch collection release. So it's following the city guards in Ankh-Morpork. And I'm very excited because I know very little about the plot of Feet of Clay. It says on the back, a werewolf with pre-lunar tension, a dwarf with attitude, and a golem who's begun to think for itself. And this makes me very excited. So I probably shouldn't be including this book in this book haul because it technically is the 1st of March and it only arrived today, but I'm including it because it was ordered last week. It was part of a bigger order that all have arrived. And that is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. This is a young adult fantasy in part of the Witchlands series. And I believe the witches, but in more like a power avatar kind of way rather than witchy. And so Truth Witch, meaning her powers lay in truth. I don't know that much about this, but I've heard some great recommendations recently. Originally I thought this cover was a bit tacky, and I thought it was being hyped above what it should have been, but then I've heard some great reviews of people who've loved it that I really trust their opinion. So I decided to pick it up, and I'm currently so hyped for this. It's probably going to be one of the next books I read. I'm so keen, and it's super floppy. Then we have Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Nouvelle. This is a translated work, I believe. I think it was originally written in Spanish. No? Maybe it was always in English. Okay. I thought it may have been translated, but maybe not. Because he's Canadian. This is a sci-fi story about a girl on Earth who falls into this hole and lands on I believe a giant metal hand, and it's kind of unraveling that mystery. It is told in like interview format, which I am really excited about. I'm not reading this month. It's probably in the next couple of months, but it sounds amazing, and it's going to be a trilogy. And I've heard it is great, so I'm definitely keen to pick this up soon. Then, because this past month I read The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, I decided to pick up Salmon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This is being made into the movie that's coming out very soon, sometime in March, I believe. And her new book is also coming out very soon. That's Leah on Offbeat. So I haven't read this yet, obviously, because I've only just bought it, but I loved The Upside of Unrequited. And this one follows Simon, who is gay and in the closet and is emailing, I think he's in the closet, maybe not. But he's looking for love and starts emailing this guy called Blue, who apparently goes to his school, but he doesn't know it. So I'm very excited about this. I loved The Upside of Unrequited, and I think Becky Albertalli will always impress me. Then, continuing on a fantasy train, we have The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I have actually been buying so many of the books I bought this month were recommendations from watching wrap-ups from Sam at Thoughts on Tomes, because she talks so well about some great fantasy and it totally hyped me up. The Fifth Season is a very diverse fantasy following this world it's also shortlisted for a lot of awards, follows this world where these like apocalyptic events happen regularly and change up everything. I think this is the 5th apocalyptic event. And also this follows a polyamorous triad as one of the main relationships in this book. So I'm very excited about that. Otherwise, I don't know that much. But this is being read this month if you didn't see my wrap up and TBR. And finally, we have another recommendation from Sam, and that is The Tiger's Daughter by Kay Arsenault Rivera. This is, actually my copy came just the other day and it came with a bit of folded down, you know when they're printing and the corner of the paper gets folded, so then when they're chopping the edges it doesn't get chopped properly, but I've trimmed it and I think it looks fine, so I'm not too worried. This is another, back onto point, this is another fantasy recommended by Sam. I saw it on her channel recommended, and this follows 2 women warriors in a Mongol-inspired fantasy setting that are ladies loving ladies, warrior ladies, and that's basically all I know about it and all I needed to know that I wanted to read this. So this is also happening this month if I get through all the books I'm hoping to get through. So look out for this in my wrap up, my March wrap up, because I very much hope to read it. So those are all the books I picked up in the month of February, and technically also today on the 1st of March, but we're ignoring that. We're pretending Truth, which is a February book. I already know what books I'm probably going to be picking up in March, because I'm insane and think that far ahead. But something may surprise me, who knows? And I would like to say that apart from the books I picked up from the secondhand bookstore, I did stick to buying less books than I read from my TBR. So, yes, the books from the secondhand bookstore kind of threw it out, but when things are that cheap, can you really argue? I'm also going to another book fair Saturday, which, again, may or may not, depending on the caliber of things there, result in some extras adding to my March book haul. But you'll see at the end of March. Hopefully I don't buy enough on Saturday to make its own haul altogether, because that will be very sad. Okay, thank you for watching. Comment down below if you've read any of these and tell me in a vague sort of way what you thought and what I should prioritize. I've mentioned what I'm planning to read this month, but if you yell at me and tell me which ones you think are amazing, I might read it first and then definitely get around to it this next month. So please comment down below for things like that. Otherwise, I will see you soon with another video. Thank you for watching and bye!